Hello, Spider Peeps. Okay, I've got another bag here. It's just been delivered. I wonder if you can guess what's in it. And is that a clue? Yeah, pause the video now and put a comment. See if you can guess what this is going to be based on there's a cable. I know you probably won't. Right, let's get this open. So my Ali haul video that I did a couple of weeks ago, this was part of the order, but these didn't come. But here it is now. What is it? Oh yeah, I bet you put in the description it was a Shamba #1. If you did, you win 5 spider points. Well done. Spider points are not redeemable at any shop place or anywhere at all. All right then, yeah, well that makes it clear, doesn't it? Yeah, the USB gives it away. And it looks like I've got it in there we go. So this is a multi-port small fast charger. What a concise title that is. I mean, on the listing, it said it was a multifunction 8-port USB wireless fast charging station with visual current detection, charger for mobile phone, iPad, flash charging. I think it meant fast charging, but I won't correct them. All right, looked like a cute little device. And, oh, look, wow, a cassette plug. I've not seen a cassette plug forever. Slightly bent, which is worrying, but wow. Yeah. Are you old enough to remember a cassette plug? Do they still use them? Well, obviously they do still use them because this is one. Okay. I've not bought an appliance with one of these on for a long time. Oh, this was supposed to be UK power plug. Okay. So I bought this because I've been wanting a better type of power supply in the cave. A lot of the things I plug in use USB, and I've got this little trailing socket that I use, which occasionally I plug a charger in, which isn't a PD one, and put stuff in there. And I've also got this, it's very dusty, sorry, this set of USB sockets which are all switchable, which I've got some little lights that I've got above the desk which I use to turn those on and off. Occasionally I use those, but I was looking for a different power supply. This looked quite neat. It's got a thing on for Qi charging, is it still called that? Inductive charging, but it's got a decent amount of USB ports on it. All right, well, I was going to say let's plug it in, but how am I going to do this? Crumbs. All right, probably we don't want to know how I'm going to do this. Okay, I don't really want to talk about that, but I did use the official screwdriver. Plug that in. Definitely need to change the plug on that. Okay. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? It's counting down. What? All right, well, it seems to be counting down there. Doesn't seem to be any ripple on the charger on the video. Yeah, so that seems to be recording okay. There's no flashing. It's just counting down. Maybe it checks each of them one by one, and that's when it's being updated. All right, so what about Qi charging then? Let's see whether this works. So I've got my other phone here. Let's see if I put that on. All right, so Qi charging works. That's good. Not very much, but that's actually the first time I've ever used this. Normally with this cover on, it doesn't let me use a Qi charger. That's useful if nothing else. Okay, so that works. I wonder if when I put that on, does anything happen on here? Doesn't look like it. No, so no flickering down there, so that won't do it. All right, so I'm going to plug it into A to start with. There we go. Pop that, well, won't pop it on the top, that'll confuse it. Let's just plug it in there and see whether that charges. 76. It's not the quick charge, which is what we'd expect. It's just the slow charge there. So that's drawing about 1.77 amps there, just under 10 watts off that A. Okay. So if I plug it, there's a quick charger. Plug it in there. It's done something. There's quick charge around the bottom. It seems to, all right, 1.6 amps, but it's charging at 15 watts, so a few more extra watts there. PD I can't do. I need to go and get a different wire to check the USB-C stuff, see whether that charges. It's still slow charging, that is really. And let's go and get a proper wire. All right, there's a USB-C. I'm not sure whether this is quick charge. It's definitely a fast data. I've backed a project on Kickstarter which has got a tester for these cables, and although I backed one in the past, there's a more intelligent one, so you plug it in, it does actually tell you what type of cable it is, because they all look the same, don't they? We've got two things on that. It says PD that side and there's that bit, so let's pop it in that first and see whether that does anything interesting. Oh, check your charger connection. Doesn't like that. All right, so I don't know what that does. So let's go into PD. Might be that this is just the wrong wire. Still not doing quick charge, which could be to do with this cable. We'll never know. But there's a decent amount of sockets there, isn't there? There's. I wonder if you can change this. What's this button do? Oh, okay, right, lovely. So some different bits on there. That must be the charge on everything across all of them. Oh, clear charge power. Oh, right. So we can record the power that it's using. So that might be useful. I can find somewhere to put this on the desk. None. Does that turn it off? Non-clear. Okay. Yeah, so it's a bit Chinese, but that's okay. We don't mind. Plastic is a bit... I wish it was a little bit heavier, even if they'd put a bit of metal in it to make it a little bit heavier, that would be useful. But I've got to find somewhere to put it on the desk. I've just seen a little space down here to this side of the desk, or I think I might keep this and have it permanently plugged in. It hasn't got an on-off switch itself. That's a bit of a pain. It would have been nice if it had an on and off switch so that I didn't have to leave it on all the time and I could just have it on when I was in the cave. That would be cool. All right, so there's that one. Is there another one? Oh, D, E, R, F, P, D, Q, C. Right, so that's going through them. So this is passing all of them. And then if you push it once, it goes to the particular socket. I see. So we can have something if I'm doing a video on a specific socket. That'd be useful to do that. Wonder what else I've got. This is always fun. Okay, I don't know if I've shown you this device before. This is a USB load, quite a scary thing. I'm going to plug that into E. All right, so let's push the buttons until I get to E. B, C, D, E. And how much is that taking at the moment? It doesn't know what it's taking. A bit frustrating. Sort of taking 5 volts and then not. Huh. It's just a fan going at the moment. I think if I turn these up, it's now beginning to do stuff. If this is pulsing all the time, it's not going to be that useful, is it? I'd rather it keep on the same voltage all the time. Or the same display. Okay, I mean, look at that. You can see as I'm drawing more watts on it. 5 watts, 6 watts, 7 watts. More amp. I'm drawing over 2 amps now. That's about the maximum it does it, isn't it? Can I go any further? Oh, 3 amps, 4 amps. Well, I can pull 6 amps off it. That's heating up now. And there's this thing as well. I don't know what this thing does. But it's delivering the voltage out, which is pretty good. That's not on the quick charge one either. So this is sending it, so that's pretty good. And you can hear this is really ramping up now. Oh, that's nice and warm. Maybe I'll just keep this as a heater in the cave. It's cold in the cave, did I tell you that? What was this called then? A MultiPort smart fast charger with a nice display. I like the display. Way better on that display than it is on the when it's showing you all of them on that display here. Yeah. So you might see this feature in future Spidermaf videos, you might not, but I've definitely got to put a decent plug on the end. Well, a UK plug on the end, if nothing else. Hang on, what does this say? Built-in high current. Non-professionals are not allowed to disassemble it. Right. Oh. Oh, maybe it does have built-in high current. It stayed on for a long time, didn't it?